Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So, a few things that I want to touch base on before we start this video. It's serious talk time. I honestly haven't really rehearsed anything. I don't really know how I want to start this talk, but okay. At the beginning of this year, I was trying to read outside my comfort zone, and by doing that, I read Harry Potter for the first time in my life, and I read 4 of the 7 books, watching all 4 of the movies as I went. And it kind of became a thing to finish one book and then watch the movie version. And I was very into the series, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go search it on Google, search it on Twitter, if you want. But J.K. Rowling has offended a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community, and I do not agree with her at all, and I therefore will not be reading her books anymore. So I will not finish the Harry Potter series, and I will not be talking about that author on this channel anymore. I feel like she has alienated herself against many people, and I do not want that kind of hate on my channel. I am a very accepting person. I don't care that we have differences. That's what makes us human. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay if you love who you want to love, or if you were born in the wrong body. We can still be friends. And speaking on that note of being friends and being an advocate and an ally, I think that it being 2020, and there is still a group called Black Lives Matter, and they are still fighting for the smallest thing of wanting to be treated like a human in 2020. That just breaks my heart even more. And I am with you. I will never understand being a white person. But you don't have to stand alone. Like, I'm with all of you. I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and that I can't even begin to imagine I don't understand any of the hate, whether it be for the LGBTQ community or whether it be for someone with a different skin color than me. I just don't understand. But I'm an ally. We can still be friends. And I just wanted to put that out there, tell you that there will be no more mention of that author that shall not be mentioned ever again on my channel. But let's make this a good video. So I am going to be playing Bookopoly. I know, it's the mid-month. You don't play Bookopoly mid-month. True. But there is this readathon called the Throwbackathon, put on by the Black Prose Club. And I will link the announcement video down below. But I'm super excited to be participating. And I thought Bookopoly could help me pick my books. There are 5 prompts. So I'm going to be taking 5 turns. Taking 5 turns, picking 5 books. If I get doubles this time, I will not be adding an extra book. And if I go to jail, I will not be adding an extra book. I will just be reading the lowest rated book on my TBR. But I think how I'm going to do it is I'm going to play, I'm going to pick my books, and then at the end I'm going to go over all the prompts with you and tell why I picked that book for that prompt. The theme this year is Saturday morning cartoons, and oh my gosh, it just brings back so many memories. Reminds me of my childhood, and I'm pretty sure that's why they picked it. But yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so we're going to start where we ended last time, just like every game, and see what we get. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Toad Harbor! Oh my gosh, I think that's pet pick. Alright guys, so this will determine one of the prompts. It's the first prompt. Go for it, Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean, pick one. Eat it. Come on, Bean. Come on. Alright, so he picked The Cabin at the End of the World. Okay, so for the first roll, we landed on Pet Pick. Yay! And I decided to pick our first prompt, or let the dogs pick my first prompt for the readathon, which we'll talk about later. And Jelly Bean picked The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. And I've heard so many good things about this, so I'm really excited. It's basically about this family who goes to this cabin in the middle of the woods. There's no one around until... Okay, so the daughter's name is Wynn. She's like 6, I think. But Wynn sees a really big guy walking towards her house. And he kind of tells her that what's about to happen is not her fault. Her parents are not going to want to let them in, but they have to because they have to save the world. No idea what happens after that, but that sounds great. So Jelly Bean did a great job. And now let's go to book number 2. Alright, our second roll is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dolphin Shoals. Okay, so Dolphin Shoals is a wild card pick, which was inspired by Cody from Cody's Book Corner. She spins a wheel every month for her TBR, and she changes out the prompts each time. And one of her prompts is a wild card pick, which is basically just a book you don't know much about. And it's usually like a cover buy or a fall into the hype buy. At least for me, that's how it is. This one was kind of like a cover buy for me. So, you guys haven't even seen this book yet. I just got it today. I haven't even hauled it yet. But I'm going to read it during this readathon because, well, it's short. It's a graphic novel. And I'll be able to just fly right through it. Hopefully. So, it's called Wytches. That cover is just beautiful, for one. For two, the art style inside is amazing. Let me show you without getting too spoilery, and I don't really want to spoil it for myself either. So, let me try. I know that there was a page in here that was really pretty that I said I was going to use for this, but then, of course, you know, I lost it. But just look at that art style. That's just so good. And so I know it's a horror, I know it's a graphic novel. I'm thinking that there's witches in it because it's called Wytches, Volume 1, and that's all that I know. But that's all I have to know. So that's pretty exciting. Alright, so roll number 3. Alright, so we're on roll number 3. Not too bad on the TBR so far. Knock on wood. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, that's a classic. Oh, it's an Angry Smash, which is a classic. Okay, so for my classic, I might have just changed my mind. I'm actually gonna see which one is shorter, although this has bigger pages, so oh my goodness. Okay, I did change my mind at the last second, but for my classic, I'm gonna go with my original thought. I'm gonna go with Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. And I honestly know absolutely nothing about this book other than Charles Dickens, classic. And yeah, so I'm going in pretty blind, as I do with most of my classics. Alright, book number 4. It's 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, just visiting in jail. Which is good, but it's kind of bad because it will just tell me what book I'm reading. I have no choice. Unless I can make it fit into my prompts. Ooh. Okay, so we're at my book collection. And then it's going to be average rating. Oh, alright, so my average rating is The Help with 4.47 stars. Alright, okay, I'm not mad about that. Okay, so this one actually fits into the readathon's prompts, kinda, the way that I'm doing it, so that's not bad. Okay, but it is a little bit of a chunker, which is not good during a week-long readathon. Okay, so it's 530 pages. I'm going to try and get it on Libby, though, as an audiobook to help me out a little bit. Other than that, I mean, graphic novel will be really quick, really, you know, a quick read. And then these two are like average size books, so yeah. But the classics sometimes take me a little bit longer to get through just because they're classics and the way they're written is different than the way we'd write today. But The Help by Kathreen Stockett is a historical fiction, which is very much outside my comfort zone. It follows a maid named Abilene in 1962 Jackson's, Mississippi, when one of her maid friends goes missing, and no one seems to care because they're both black and they're just maids. But then the white kid that the other maid, Constantine, raised came home from college, and when she finds out that when Skeeter finds out that Constantine has been missing, Skeeter and Abilene team up to try to find her. So it sounds interesting. The premise sounds good. I'm just not a huge historical fiction reader, so this might be a challenge. I've been reading a lot of classics, so I'm not super worried about that one. This one scares me with only a week for the readathon. Oh, I hope I can find the audiobook, or else I might be doomed. Alright, so we only have one more roll and one more prompt left. I know what book I want to read for this prompt. I'm just hoping that Bookopoly cooperates with me. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, last roll. It'd be cool if I got a 10, because then I'd get a free choice. But of course not. So I got a 10, 9, 8, which is the star, which is the prompt. Okay, so it's a book sacrifice tag video. Ooh, I don't remember what that tag video is, but I will find the questions and do that, which means we still need a 5th book. Okay, it's very highly unlikely that I'll get a 2, but if I could get Snake Eyes, that'd be really cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mount Wario, which is an author I've been meaning to read. Hey guys, so future Alida here. I made this video last night, and I was editing it this morning to put it up, and I realized that after my last roll, oh, hi Jellybean. So, you know, as always, Jellybean's right here. It's like, look at me, I'm on camera. And yes, that is his voice in my head. I don't know how accurate it would be if he could talk, but wouldn't that be cool if our dogs could talk? I would love that. Oh, yeah, you think so too? Okay, but can you stop? Anyways, I noticed that I forgot to pick my book for the last prompt, but I think it's really fitting for this Saturday morning cartoons readathon, because, well, it's a cartoon, and it's something I used to watch on Saturday mornings, and, yeah, let me just show you. So the last prompt was on Bookopoly was to pick a book by an author that you've been wanting to read. And there aren't really any authors that I've really been dying to try or that I know a lot about. I just really want to read those books. So I kind of cheated and put this on here. But you know what? It's my game, so I don't care. That is Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? You know, it's a cartoon, and look at... Oh my goodness. DC entertainment. So I could say that I've always wanted to read a DC comic because I'm a Marvel girl at heart. I love everything Marvel related. But I've never really given DC a chance. So I had no idea that Scooby-Doo was DC. And yeah, I just really want to get into it. Okay, so it's a graphic novel, again, which will make reading my historical fiction and the classic that I got easier because I have a couple graphic novels to read with it or around, Let's see if I can do this. So this is Jelly Bean. Okay, well, let's see. So here is the artwork. Sorry, Jelly. But look, that is so good, right? Oh, that is perfect. But Scooby-Doo was a Saturday morning cartoon that I used to love. If you don't know who Scooby-Doo is this puppy. He might have been the reason that I love dogs so much. No, I just love all animals. But there's Scooby-Doo and the gang. There's Fred, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy and Scooby. And they're like a group of friends, Scooby and the gang, who have this mystery machine, which is basically like this big hippie van. Yeah. And they go into the van and they travel, which is something that I really want to do. And when they travel, they find all these mysteries. Sometimes they're monsters, sometimes they're aliens, sometimes they're evil people. And they even face a zombie in this one. So I'm just super excited. Oh my gosh. And I do apologize for not telling you about this yesterday, but you can get back to the video now. Alright, so let's quickly go over the 5 prompts and the books that I picked for them. You should already kind of know why I pick them once I get to them, since you already know what the books are about. So I'm just going to go through them real quick. So, Saturday morning cartoons is the theme. The first one is Batman Beyond. Read a book where the character has a secret identity or is hiding something major. And for that, any of the 3 thrillers that I picked for Jelly Bean to pick from would have worked, but he ended up picking The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which is about, just kidding, it's about, but I picked it because the big guy that came to talk to Win, is obviously holding some kind of secret, and his identity is going to be secret for the entire book. So, yep, that works. 2 is Recess. Read a book surrounding a group of friends. And, of course, that's why I had to put Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, on my TBR, because Scooby and the gang were, like, the best friends. They were amazing. And Scooby-Doo might be one of the reasons that I love dogs so much. Like, in unhealthy amounts. No, not an unhealthy amount. But, yeah. And then the 3rd prompt is Rocko's Modern Life. Read a book that you consider a guilty pleasure. And for that I picked Wytches, which is the other graphic novel. I've been really in the mood for graphic novels. And I'm trying to wait till the readathon to actually read them. So I've only got to read a couple more days, right? I can do it. I have enough willpower. I can hear you laughing. I know. Alright. The fourth one is Gargoyles. I don't remember any Gargoyles on my cartoons. I only remember Gargoyles on Riverdale, but I don't think those are what she's talking about. What they're talking about here. But it's read a book based on mythology or history. For that, I'm picking my historical fiction, The Help. And number 5 is Doug, which was one of my favorites. Read a coming-of-age story. And I am picking Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I honestly didn't know this was a coming-of-age novel, but I was researching coming-of-age novels that I own for a secret video that may or may not happen, so I can't really tell you. But this one popped up a few times, so I was like, you know what? I'll read it. I guess it's a coming-of-age novel. I don't really know, but I'm counting it. Thank you for watching this video where I pick out my TBR for Throwbackathon. I will link all the announcement video down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to me where we talk about books a lot and play Bookopoly, and you get cameos of my dogs a lot. Thanks guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.